IT Expo Miami 2009.
Good morning, I'm Eric Linask. I'm coming to you here from IT Expo in Miami. We're on the exhibit hall floor a couple of hours before the doors open up for day 3 at IT Expo East 2009. And I'm sitting here with Jim Dalton, CEO of TransNexus. Good morning, Jim.
Good morning.
So obviously an empty exhibit hall today, but how's it been the first couple of days for you?
You know, Eric, I tell you, the show's been a welcome surprise. You know, the economy is clearly just, well, it's going in the tank if you watch the news. But it's, you know, I think we've been fortunate. Voice over IP is a good niche to be in. I tell you, the show has been much better than I expected. It's been lively. And we've been seeing a lot of traffic for people who are doing things, and their businesses are growing. So it's been a very welcome surprise. I was concerned, but I think 2009 is going to be I think it's going to be a good year for voice over IP. I think it's going to be continued steady growth, and this is well, I feel a whole lot better about this show. Haven't been here, so I'm glad I made it.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Fantastic. You know, one of the things, though, the other things that you're excited about, I know you made an announcement here at the show. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Sure. Yeah, we, you know, we've always served the carrier space, so all of our customers are large voice over IP service providers, and we provide back office solutions for least cost routing and billing. You know, what we've heard in the last couple of years, some of these enterprise voice over IP networks are really getting large. They've got a lot of Cisco call managers, in some cases over 1,000 different branch offices around the world, and they look like little carrier networks, and they have the problem, how do you manage all those points of presence? They don't need the sophistication the carriers need, but they do need a way to manage those far-flung networks with a lot of peers, a lot of IP PBXs. And what we announced this show, part of Digi Masters World, we're taking part of our carrier product and really eliminated the features that we don't think are useful for carriers, smaller carriers, and we're making it available for free. And we're targeting the Asterisk community because we see a lot of enterprise networks with a lot of Asterisk IP PBXs, and our solution isn't limited just to Asterisk, but that's the target we've approached this show and made this available to them. And we think it's a good application for the open source Asterisk community where these enterprise customers can manage a large network of Asterisk devices with a single software package. It's really a console for peer-to-peer routing and CDR collection for these corporate networks. So you've got a network based on Asterisk. Now your headquarters, your CFO, you've got some control. How do I manage routing among all these Asterisk devices? How do I route them to a single off-net provider to get the best long-distance rates? How do I control the routing among branch offices all over the world, but still give them the autonomy to manage their own local office and their communications? And so that's what this product does, and it's called Osprey. Good. And we released it at this show.
So is that really a scaled-down version of your carrier product, or is it something different? You
know, it's the engine of our carrier product. It doesn't have all the value-added features that carriers need, such as reporting, least cost routing, that's really optimized for using the LERG. That's a Telcordia product, really just for telephone companies. Like I say, it doesn't have all the reporting, doesn't have billing, but it really has the useful features. It's an easy-to-use GUI. You can go in and you can build your routes as you need to with number translation for routing to call centers. All the sophisticated routing tools you need, just not all the automation, some of the telco tools that carriers need.
You talked about your focus, at least here at the show, on the Asterisk community. I'm hearing an awful lot of buzz around Asterisk, or users, developers, even here at the show. There's so much going on. What's driving all that interest in Asterisk? Well,
you know, voice over IP is good, but the rest of the economy, I think they're hurting. They're looking to cut costs. Everybody's really interested, you know, how do we lower costs? Asterisk is a great value proposition for the smaller business enterprise. So, I mean, that's clearly the big driver there. It's getting better every year, and it's just it's a very good solution for the enterprise with, you know, less than 150 seats. So that's a no-brainer, and that's, I think, what's driving the interest.
Fantastic. Anything in the near future that we can look forward to from TransNexus?
You know, I tell you, I think the sleeper application is, you know, local number portability, and that is something that's starting to really matter, and that really changes the game in telephone routing, because we've always used, for the telephone people, they know all about the local exchange routing guide, the LERG. Most people haven't heard of it, but that's how telephone calls get routed here in the U.S. Well, it's really kind of becoming obsolete because so many numbers are being ported. And there's a lot of misrouted calls because of that. So I think what you're going to see, and that's an area that we're looking to serve this year because we're getting a lot of customer interest, is to make that local number portability available to smaller carriers. And one day we think it's going to go all the way down to enterprises to serve everybody. So really it's everyone will have full access to the kind of telephone routing that carriers are used to.
Well, that's fantastic. Maybe we can catch up and talk a little more about that out in L.A. at IT Expo West in the fall. We've been talking with Jim Dalton from TransNexus. Jim, thank you very much for joining us, and have a great day 3 at the show.
Great. Thanks, Eric.